Bold and incredibly resourceful predators have adapted to life on rocky slopes and have honed their hunting skills to take down.
This did not go unnoticed, and 2 years later, some she-wolves of the pack attacked the alpha female.
Ever wonder what it's like to be in the world's biggest wolf pack? Well, buckle up everyone, because you're about to jump into the wild side of nature. These furry hunters aren't just chasing squirrels. They're strategizing like military generals, navigating the wilderness like professionals, and tackling prey like it's their day job.
Wolves have been persecuted the world over, but here they're making a comeback. The Carpathians hold the second largest population of wolves.
So grab your popcorn and let's explore the mystery behind the biggest wolf pack ever recorded and what exactly they're hunting besides their next Instagram selfie. Number 1, 37 wolves walk into a forest and take over. You probably imagined a tight-knit group of 5 or 6 wolves, but let's throw that out of the window. The largest wolf pack ever recorded wasn't just a pack. It was practically a wolf convention, a 37 wolf extravaganza. That's right, 37 wolves working together in perfect harmony. A group this big isn't just a family. It's an entire ecosystem on 4 legs. It's like they're operating under a secret contract for world's biggest pack, and they're serious about their job. Now, you must also be wondering, what would a pack of 37 wolves hunt, right? These wolves don't settle for tiny snack. They've got their sights set on the big stuff: elk, moose, bison, and even the occasional bighorn sheep.
Named after the eponymous peak, on the slopes of which they were set free. The predators were far from thriving at first. A year after their release, the leader of the pack got shot.
This isn't your average wolf buffet. When you've got 37 wolves in your corner, you're not looking for leftovers. You're going for the main course, the kind of prey that could give you an Instagram-worthy hunting story. And about how do these wolves manage to take down such large, formidable prey? It's not just about running in and biting. No, that would be too easy. These wolves have mastered the art of teamwork. Their strategy is as sophisticated as a heist movie plot. Plan the chase, work as a team, and use every wolf's unique skills to make sure the prey doesn't escape. Now, just imagine.
Like and subscribe right now, and you'll have amazing luck for the rest of the week.
A super wolf pack attacking a town, and the people fighting back for their lives. I think it would make a perfect thriller movie. Anyway, stick around because the real secret to how this massive pack hunts will have you rethinking your next team-building exercise. Number 2, masters of the group chat hunt. When you think of a pack of wolves, you probably picture a bunch of howlings running wild. But in reality, they're strategic masterminds. They work together as a team for that perfect hunt. These animals are experts in communication, relying on a mix of body language, vocalizations, and that sixth sense all wolves seem to share.
They immediately dispersed competitors and hastily dragged victims to a more covert location.
In fact, when hunting as a pack, each wolf has a specific role. One might lead the chase, while others work to flank or trap prey. It's a well-organized affair. So, what happens when you have 37 wolves on the job is that the prey doesn't stand a chance. After all, teamwork makes the dream work. And the dinner. Number 3, not your average snack. Just like we discussed earlier, you might think a wolf pack this size would go after the easiest prey. Small, frail animals, right? Wrong. These wolves don't settle for less. They go after some of the toughest creatures in the wild. Elk, moose, bison, and even bighorn sheep are on the menu.
I wonder what drew them out here to these 2 lone animals in the middle of a chase.
Because when you have 37 wolves working together, a single elk doesn't seem so intimidating anymore. In fact, they can take down prey much larger than themselves. Their targets are often the weak, the injured, or the stragglers, the ones who can't escape when a wolf pack closes in. Just think of them as furry chess players, but with more claws and fewer pawns. Number 4, cold as ice, sharp as a tusk. The largest wolf pack in recorded history comes from the Canadian Arctic. These wolves aren't just living in a vast snowy jungle, they're thriving. With little to no human interference and endless area to roam, these wolves have developed some unique hunting strategy. They target large prey in the freezing wilderness, caribou being favorite, and it's not even difficult for them to succeed in such extreme conditions because they're built for it. These wolves are larger than most, with thick coats to protect against the cold and stamina to outrun the game in a chase that can last for hours. These wolves are the kind who believes in go big or go home. Number 5, why settle for a few when you can have 37? A wolf pack size is often dictated by available resources and the need to hunt large prey. The more wolves there are, the more efficiently they can take down animals that would be impossible for a smaller group, which means there's a reason that prompted this particular pack to grow so large. Some scientists speculate that it's a survival strategy, especially in areas where food is sparse. Larger packs can cover more ground, find more food, and protect each other from predators because, yes, wolves do have venom, but here's the kicker. Bigger packs aren't always more effective. If the leader can't keep control, things can get messy fast. So, how does a wolf pack keep things together? Let's get there. Number 6, who's the alpha? Now, in wolf packs, the alpha wolves are the ones calling the shots. But when you have 37 wolves, leadership becomes even more crucial. The pack operates on a strict hierarchy, with the strongest wolves at the top. These wolves don't just lead the hunt, they control everything from when the pack moves to how they interact with other animals. But leadership isn't always about size or strength. Often it's about wisdom. An experienced leader knows when to strike and when to back off. But if you're wondering how a wolf pack manages 37 personalities, it's not without its challenges, because nothing that is worthy comes easy. Number 7, squad goals. Solo wolves, more like solo failures. It's one thing to hunt as a pack, but can wolves truly survive without one is the main query. Short answer, no. Long answer, they are quite literally pack animal. Without a pack, a wolf has to hunt alone, and that's not always easy. Wolves are social creatures.
Each member plays an important role in the hunt, and together they are able to take down prey much larger than any one wolf could handle on its own.
Relying on each other for support and survival. It's not just about the hunt either. Wolves help each other raise pup, protect territory, and even care for the injured. Their survival instinct is stronger than any individual could manage on its own. 37 wolves, 0 chill. Number 8, wolf packs under pressure. Howling is fun, but hunting is where the magic happens. And to successfully keep hunting as predators, wolves have a lot to cope with. While they're at the top of the food chain in some areas, they face threats from larger animals like bears and cougars, and sometimes even from humans. So the answer to how wolf packs stay on top is that they adapt. Wolves are incredibly resourceful, often finding new ways to hunt or travel depending on the environment. In some cases, they'll form temporary packs to tackle specific prey, only to break up once the hunt is over. It's all about flexibility and survival in a world that's constantly changing. Number 9, the wolf GPS. You might think wolves rely purely on instinct to find food, and while instinct is a big part of it, wolves are incredibly intelligent. They're known to remember hunting routes and patterns, using this knowledge to locate food even in the tough conditions. Some packs even use scout wolves, individuals who will venture out to find prey.
And the members of a pack work together to defend their territory against other packs and lone wolves. The size of a wolf pack's territory depends on the amount of prey available.
And then signal the rest of the pack. And let's not forget about how wolves communicate. They use howls, body language, and scent mark to stay connected and organized during a hunt. It's like they form a wolf pack app. Step 1, find food. Step 2, get in formation. Step 3, hit order. Number 10, the wolves' big day out. Let's talk territory. Wolves don't just wander wherever they please. They've got boundaries and rules of engagement. But when the pack is this large, they need to cover more ground to find food. So how do they do it? They move as a unit, spreading out and covering large areas. It's like an expedition, and every wolf knows where they need to be. They mark their turf, making sure no other wolves or competitors try to take what's theirs. They're not shy about sending a message. This is our land, hands off. Number 11, pack dynamics. In any group of 37 wolves, not everyone can be the alpha. In fact, the hierarchy within a wolf pack is remarkable. The strong wolves act as enforcers, keeping the peace and making sure no one steps out of line.
In a pack where the leader keeps order, the wolves live peacefully and do not fight.
The older, wiser wolves take on the job of teaching the younger ones the ropes. And of course, the hunters are the ones leading the charge. It's a fully employed office, and everyone has a job to do. Don't forget, there's always that one wolf who just wants to nap. We all know the type. Number 12, a wolf's survival guide. Talking about the pack dynamics, you know how every family has that one member who always seems to know how to survive any situation. For the wolf pack, that's the elderly wolf. Older wolves may not have the same speed as the younger one, but they've got experience and wisdom that's been passed down through generations. These elder wolves can often guide the younger ones through tricky scenarios.
For the matriarch, an older female with a prominent white ruff, like a scarf around her neck. It's a rich time. She's surrounded by 3 seasons, her young.
Teaching them how to read the signs of the wild, when to stay quiet, and when to go all out in pursuit. When it comes to navigating the challenges of the wilderness, the elderly wolves are the ultimate survival guide. Imagine your grandparents teaching you how to outsmart the biggest predators. Except this time, the predators are also wild, fierce, and ready for anything. It's a tough job, but someone has to do it. Number 13, nature's engineers. Wolves are more than just fierce hunters. They're nature's engineers. The pack uses a lot of strategy that seems almost too clever for wild animals. They understand the landscape like it's part of their DNA. The way wolves position themselves when stalking their prey is a masterpiece of strategic thinking. They know where to make their approach, how to flank, and where their prey is likely to be. If wolves were human, they'd probably be in Silicon Valley, designing the next big thing. everything, but instead, they're using their brains to design the perfect hunt. Every hunt is a calculated operation, tracking the prey, predicting its movements, and knowing exactly when to make their move. The real skill lies in how teamwork is incorporated into their natural hunting mechanic, like synchronized swimmers, each wolf's action flowing perfectly into the next. Number 14, secret language. Now, you might be wondering if wolves have a secret language. Well, kind of. Wolves communicate using a range of vocalization, from howls to growls and whine. The howl, for example, isn't just about announcing territory. It's a coordinate for the pack, like saying, "We're on the move," or "We need help. Get over here."
Unlike this wolf, who holds his tail low, crouching down, and licking the muzzle of his superior in submission.
Their growls help to set boundaries, ensuring no one steps into their space without permission. When wolves are hunting, these sounds become crucial. They're not only about intimidation, they allow the pack to stay in sync. Think of them as a wolf version of a walkie-talkie system, except much more sophisticated. It's all about staying connected and keeping the hunt on track. So yeah, wolves don't just rely on their fang, they've got some serious vocal cords too. Number 15, tracking prey. Wolves are expert trackers. They have an uncanny ability to follow a scent trail and pick up on subtle changes in the environment. It's not just about sniffing the ground like your average dog. Wolves use all their senses to track down prey. They can tell how fresh the scent is, if the prey is running scared, or if it's taking a break. The best part is that they can stay on a scent trail for miles, using both the wind and their memory of the landscape to guide them.
These rituals become particularly intense just before the pack leaves on a hunt. It's a bonding session. It reminds each hunter of its place in the team.
Wolves also have the ability to read their environment for any clue, like broken twigs or tracks that tell them whether the prey is close by or has taken a different route. It's like having an entire Google Maps system built into your brain, except this one is powered by instinct and obsession. Wolves are like the Sherlock Holmes of the animal kingdom, always piecing together the clues to find their next meal. Number 16, a thing for loyalty. When it comes to loyalty, wolves don't just take the term ride or die to the next level. They live it. Wolf packs are built on strong family bonds, and they stick together thick and thin. From raising pups to hunting together,
stepping in to diffuse tensions and prevent conflicts. They play an important part in hunting, helping to track and corner the prey.
A wolf's loyalty to its pack is unshakable. In fact, a wolf will do just about anything to protect its pack members, even risking its own life. If that's not true friendship, I don't know what is. In a world full of fleeting connections, wolves show us what real loyalty looks like. Number 17, pups. The pack's next generation of hunters. Wolves are family-focused, and their pups are raised with the goal of becoming future pack members and hunters. From a young age, pups learn essential skills like following scents, listening for sounds in the wild, and mimicking adult wolf behavior.
By working together, a combination of pushing from behind and leading him on, Storm and his offspring get the bear away from the den.
They'll practice pouncing and chasing each other as a fun way to develop their hunting technique. By the time they're old enough to start participating in actual hunt, they already have the instincts and training to help the pack succeed. So, next time you see a pup playing, remember not to get too close. They're learning to become the ultimate predator. Number 18, nature's nighttime hunt. All those scenes in the movies capturing nighttime in a jungle have only one kind of voice in the background: wolves howling. Wolves are known for being creatures of the night, and their hunting behaviors are perfectly suited for low-light conditions. They're incredibly efficient hunters during dawn or dusk, using the cover of twilight to surprise their prey. Their ability to see well in the dark and move silently through the forest makes them nighttime predators with unmatched skill. While other animals may be winding down, wolves are just warming up, taking full advantage of the night's cool cover to do what they do best: hunt. Number 19, wolves' long-distance relationships. While we think of wolves as pack creatures, some species, like the Mackenzie Valley wolves, are known for their long-distance relationship. These wolves often wander far from their packs.
While Canis lupus is simply the scientific name for the wolf species as a whole, they are differentiated with occidentalis,
especially the males who are looking for mates. They have been tracked over 100 miles away from home, showing that some wolves are quite the romantic adventurers. Forget Tinder. These wolves prefer a long, scenic trek through the wild to find their match. Number 20, the Great Wolf Road Trip. Speaking of long distances, some wolves take the term road trip a little too literal. Wolves in Yellowstone have been tracked, covering more than 20 miles in a single day in search of food. These majestic creatures don't just hunt locally.
And just the elk's fear of wolves gives the riverbank trees, like aspen and willow, a chance to regenerate.
They travel far and wide across vast landscapes. It's like they're taking a weekend trip to explore new hunting grounds. Forget, are we there yet? It's more like, how much prey can we find before the sun sets? Number 21, a wolf's buffet. Once the hunt is over, the real fun begins: the feast. But don't think it's all about who gets the biggest portion, because in the world of wolves, sharing is everything. It's all about making sure that everyone gets their fill. No one is left hungry, because the pack understands that teamwork extends beyond the hunt. Once the prey is down, the wolves eat quickly but methodically, because they know that the sooner they eat, the sooner they can move on to the next challenge. The communal nature of the meal is almost as important as the meal itself, reinforcing their bonds and ensuring everyone gets the energy needed for the next hunt. It's like a family dinner where everyone fights for the last piece of pizza, huh? Number 22, bonding with humans. Wolves and humans have a long, complicated relationship. Historically, they were both seen as rivals and allies, depending on the context. Wolves were once feared for their hunting prowess and ability to challenge human settlements, but they also formed close bonds with early humans.
Time flows. The puppy grown up, but Andre has been unable to identify its species. Neither his nearby friends who are familiar with dogs can identify it.
There are instances where wolves have helped human tribes by alerting them to danger or by scavenging together in times of need. In fact, domesticated dogs, our loyal companions today, evolved from the very wolves we once shared the land with. So, while we may not always get along, there's no denying that we've had a shared history for millennia. Number 23, encounters that'll make you question your life. Some people think wolves are just big, scary dogs, but that can definitely backfire. There are plenty of stories out there about people getting too cozy with wild wolves and thinking they've got it all figured out. One infamous video shows a tourist in Russia trying to pet a wolf, only for the animal to give them a little reminder about who's really in charge. It's like trying to hug a bear. Not recommended unless you have a death wish. Respect the wild folk. Just because they look cute in the wild doesn't mean they're ready to be your next Instagram photo op. Number 24, when nature gets violent. One of the most intense real-life wolf encounters can be found in Yellowstone National Park. A pack of gray wolves faced off against a lone bison. This wasn't your usual game of hide and seek. It was an all-out showdown. The wolves outnumbered and, with only one bison in their sight, circled around it, stalking and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. At one point, the bison tried to charge, but the wolves used teamwork to outmaneuver the giant beast. Eventually, after hours of tension-filled circling, the pack managed to bring the bison down. The entire encounter is captured on camera, and it's one of the most thrilling wolf hunts you'll ever see. Number 25, the wolf versus caribou showdown. A more recent heart-pounding wolf encounter happened in Canada, where a pack of wolves faced off against a caribou in the snow. The sparse landscape added an eerie quality to the hunt, making it feel almost cinematic. As the caribou sprinted across the frozen ground, the wolves used their natural endurance and speed to keep up.
They are likely to try hunting again. I'm watching from above, trying to spot the wolves. Caribou are bunching up together, which is usually a sign that wolves are nearby.
Often playing a game of cat and mouse. The video footage is mesmerizing, with the wolves' calculated pursuit showing off their skill and patience. You can see the wolves strategize and ultimately catch up to their prey in one of the most dramatic wolf chases ever filmed. It's truly like a nature's marathon. Number 26, wolf attacking a coyote. Not all wolf encounters are with majestic prey like deer or bison. Some wolves also encounter smaller creatures like coyote. In this video from Montana, a lone coyote had a run-in with a pack of wolves. The poor coyote, which had clearly overestimated its chances, tried to outwit the wolves in a series of wild chases. The footage captures a dramatic moment when the coyote tries to escape, but the wolves, using their superior coordination, eventually cornered it. While coyotes are quick and often hard to catch, this encounter shows just how well wolves work together, and how outmatched a single coyote is when up against the collective power of a wolf pack. It's like the ultimate game of tag, but the stakes are a little higher. Number 27, heavyweight battle. In Canada, one of the most jaw-dropping wolf encounters involved a pack of wolves taking on a moose. As you can see, they don't charge head first. Instead, they circle and work as a team, forcing the moose to exhaust itself. The wolves' stamina and patience are the real stars of the show. Watching this, you'll see how wolves can take down animals that are often several times their size by using teamwork and persistence. It's like a tag team wrestling match, where the wolves don't have to win by strength alone. They win by playing the long game. This encounter shows how wolves are nature's marathon runners, always ready to outlast their opponents. Number 28, calling out the moon. In the wilds of Wyoming, a video shows a lone wolf howling at the moon, but this isn't your typical romantic scene. Instead, it's a communication ritual where the wolf is trying to connect with its pack, which might be miles away. The hauntingly beautiful sound of the howl is the wolf's way of announcing its location or signaling its need for support. The video captures this majestic moment, showing just how crucial howling is in a wolf's survival. It's a soundtrack to the wild, and it adds an air of mystery as the lone wolf calls into the night, hoping to hear a reply. It's the wolf's version of sending a message in a bottle, just a bit louder and more intense. Number 29, the wolf pack social hour. While not a confrontation, one of the most fascinating fascinating wolf encounters is the social dynamics between wolves when they're not hunting. In Yellowstone National Park, a wolf pack's social hour was documented by a group of wildlife photographers. In the footage, the wolves gather together after a hunt, and what ensues is an hour-long bonding session filled with grooming, playful biting, and howling. It's wildly amusing to watch, especially when you see these fierce predators acting like big fluffy puppies. The footage offers a glimpse into how these killing machines also have a softer side, often engaging in deep social rituals. If anything, it's proof that even the wildest animals need a little R&R after a long day of running around in the woods. Number 30, the legacy of the pack. When all is said and done, the pack is more than just a group of animals hunting together. It's a family, a bond that goes beyond just surviving. Wolves pass on knowledge from one generation to the next, teaching the young pups everything they need to know about hunting, surviving, and thriving. The lessons of the pack are ingrained in every wolf, forming a legacy that lasts. It's not just about the here and now. It's about preparing the next generation for the challenges of the wild. Wolves don't just hunt for food. They hunt to ensure that the pack's legacy continues. Their way of life is all about the survival of the family unit, where every individual contributes to the well-being of the pack, and in return, the pack provides for and protects each member. It's a long-lasting cycle of cooperation and survival that keeps the wolves, well, wild. So, there you have it, the secret life of the world's biggest wolf pack. From high-speed chases to snazzy team tactics, these wolves know how to hunt with style. But don't worry, no wolves were harmed in the making of this script, though they might have made off with your admiration. Next time you're out in the wild, just remember, wolves don't need to RSVP. They're always hunting, always hungry, and always in it together. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, folks.